give a bit of an introduction here with obviously copyrighted music. So this is the intro scene, and we're going to be picking our character in a second. So I can choose this guy, this gal, this guy, this gal, this guy, or that gal. So I'm going to play as a guy, this guy right here, because he sort of represents the sort of European or Western
I hope you like the party.
male guy.
Let's go to the garage. I've got you a surprise that I'm sure you're gonna like.
By the way, the game is a little bit loud. I'm gonna turn down the volume for me a little bit. And this is an open world racing game
And
that came out in
here is
2011, by the way.
Happy birthday!
So it came out before the first part of Forza Horizon, which is pretty important to note, because it does a lot of things that even Forza Horizon 4 doesn't have.
Well, for the color, I hesitated a bit, but finally, I think I made the right choice. What do you think? Do you like it?
Very difficult choice, getting a Ferrari that is red.
Go ahead,
I'm sure
open the door.
it's very controversial.
Admire the interior. She's yours. Go ahead, get inside and check her out.
So, obviously, this is sort of Forza Vista kind of stuff, where you can open the doors, put the windows up and down, and you can step inside and start the engine and whatnot.
Start the engine and go for a ride.
But one thing you can't do in Forza, even today in Forza Horizon 4, is what I'm gonna do in a second once it lets me, is this. Oh yes, you can put up and down the roof of your convertible cars.
You can change the camera at any time.
And you can do that on the move as well. See, like we're going 80, 90, 100.
While driving, you can select secondary menus such as the radio, window position.
We're doing 130 miles an hour and the roof is closing. Or yeah, I guess the compartment for the roof is going back up. But anyway, I'm not gonna turn on the radio because obviously it's gonna be copyrighted music, yada yada, and this is eventually gonna go on YouTube as well. So what we're gonna get into what I think makes this game so great in a little bit, but you can already see the scenery and the car, considering this game is from 2011, actually still looks really good. So we're starting here on the island of Ibiza. And this island, or at least the entire road network, is one-to-one modeled on the real road network of Ibiza.
Wake up!
Which is awesome. It's one-to-one in scale.
Do you know how long I've been waiting? I have better things to do than stand here. Hold on.
Hi, Dad. No, I'm still at the hotel. Yes, I know I'll be late, but it's the valet's fault. It took him forever to bring my car.
What? How could it? Oh, it's that guy who thinks he's a professional racer. That's the last time he takes off in a guest's car. Tell him he's fired.
I think it's quite clear.
Oh, and by the way, I'm also gonna
You know, on second thought, I have a
limit the
better
FPS
idea.
to 60
You fancy
again. I
yourself
think
a
that's gonna
racer?
make it
Why
smoother
don't you
for you
drive me
guys
to
to
the
watch.
San Antonio Club? You get me there in time, and I'll get you a spot in the biggest racing competition in history. The Solar Crown. Sound like a fair trade? Get in the car. Let's see what you're worth. Take me to the club. Solar Crown awaits us. Go.
I think it's under image settings. Nope. Video. Yup. Right, lock to 60 FPS. Image should now be smoother for you guys.
Whoa, take me to the club. It's easy. It's the red spot on your GPS. You know how to use a GPS, I hope. Today is the launch of Solar Crown, a competition organized with the 8 best drivers on the island. I just heard that one of the competitors has withdrawn. A stupid accident. That's why you're in this car, by the way. I need a replacement. If you prove yourself worthy, of course. That's enough talk. Show me what you've got.
Indeed, so we're gonna participate in this tournament called the Solar Crown, which is basically your entire career, if you will, in this game. Like every single
Hi, it's Tess. Okay, so
competition you do is related to the Solar Crown.
Later. Bye.
And similarly, I guess, to Gran Turismo, you need to acquire licenses to be able to drive certain tiers, certain classes of cars.
The gas pedal is the one on the right.
She says the gas pedal is the one on the right as we're doing 100 miles an hour through the middle of the city here, but
Well, what are you waiting for? Accelerate!
there's a hairpin here in case you didn't see. I mean, if you want me to go the other way and keep accelerating, sure, but the destination is here. That's where you want to go. Anyway, so we're gonna get introduced to the Solar Crown, which is the overall sort of championship of all the competitions we're gonna enter during our career. So,
Everyone's in place? Okay. 3, 2, 1. And
yeah, let's
action.
do her. Let's let her do her thing.
Welcome to the first season of Solar Crown. The world's greatest drivers will be battling it out before you. We've got classic cars, SUVs, and asphalt cars, driven by the world's most daring drivers. Our cameras won't leave them alone for a moment, and you'll find me down on the track. I'm going to knock them dead. Unfortunately, John Evans won't be taking part, but here's a new challenger.
Hi, everyone.
Who will win the crown for Best Driver? Tune in to Solar Crown to find out.
And cut. Beautiful. Nice take.
All right.
Thank you, people.
Now let's cross our fingers and hope it shows in the ratings. You've got to pick up the licenses, though. Go see Todd Bishop. He runs the classic driving school. He'll sort you out. I've got stuff to do.
Okay, so
Hey, if it isn't Solar Crown's new hotshot
Let him
driver,
talk.
well, the first thing a driver needs is a car. And since it looks like money might be an issue, let's go visit a friend of mine. He's got great cars for better prices. Follow me.
good. Okay, so first up, we're gonna need to acquire. First up is gonna be the C4 championship. So the lowest tier of classic cars. And we're gonna pick up our
Hey,
first classic
Jude,
car.
how's it
This
going?
guy is the
Not
used
so
car
bad.
salesman.
What brings you here?
I've got someone looking for nice wheels for a nice nice price.
Oh, you come to the right place. Have a look around. I got some brand new models.
Brand new models, yeah, they look the part. So, my favorite car out of these three, there's the Mustang, there's the Lotus Esprit, yeah, Esprit, and the Lancia Delta. My favorite is the Lancia because I love the way it looks, and I love it as a rally car and everything, so I'm gonna buy this one.
In Test Drive, there are 60 levels to attain. They are made up of 4 skills: competition, discovery, collection, and social. There are many ways to win points in each of these skills. Try to find them all.
Yep. So we get a few collection points because we just picked up a
I
car.
have a new killer device, the Frim. Free ride.
Oh
instant
yeah, the
money.
Frim.
It'll record any time you nail a dodge, jump, or drift. Try to chain them together as much as possible without touching anything. Any impacts and you'll lose everything. It'll be up to you to bank the money at the right moment. Come on, I'll install it for you. Right. Let's see how this baby handles.
Okay. Good. So now, I'm gonna go on hardcore here for now.
Right. Let's see how this baby rocks. Time to try out the Frim.
So
Try to dodge cars, do jumps or drifts. That should increase your gauge.
I can't open the
When
map.
the gauge is filled, either wait to earn more money or cash in the amount shown.
Yeah. Why does it not let me open the map?
Like that. Very good.
Okay, then now it's current.
Yes. X. Bank it. Bank it.
Do it like that.
Okay. The Frim should help you earn a bit of cash. You'll need it. Don't worry about a bed for the time being. I've got a temporary solution.
Made
It's
our
no
first
penthouse
200 bucks.
suite, but you haven't got the money to afford a 5-star hotel right now. So let's go to your palace. Just follow the directions on your GPS.
Okay, I was actually going solid the right way.
Turn left.
But can I open the map now? Nope, still can't open the map. But anyway, as I said, this is a real sort of remodel in 1-to-1 scale of the entire
Your
road
destination
network of
is a half a
Ibiza.
mile away.
Obviously, the buildings and locations are a little bit different because
At the next intersection,
they added some car
turn
dealers
left.
into the game that aren't in the exact same
Turn
place in
left.
the real world, if they exist at all on Ibiza. For example, I don't know if there's a dealership that actually has, you know, an Ascari or 2 Ascaris and then a TVR as well in Ibiza. I don't think there is such a dealership on Ibiza, but could be wrong. Anyway, for example, this
Icons indicate entry points for a spot or
this
a
right here
challenge.
is probably also not realistic, but all of the entire road network is the same, both on-road and off-road. So that's great, and that's only the first island.
This is your
We
home
start on
and
Ibiza,
headquarters. You can
and then
change
later
clothes in
on,
your dressing room.
we can
If
go
you have
to
some cash
another
to spare.
island as
Here.
well, which
In
again
the
is
garage,
full
you'll be able
size,
to change cars.
1-to-1 scale
When you
on
pick up
the
another one.
entire road network.
I've got to be
And
honest.
that other
When you're
island
done
is
looking
gonna be
around,
Hawaii.
Come see me at the driving school. Just follow your GPS.
In the
Right,
TDU
okay.
media, you can this door gives you access to the dressing room.
Blah, blah, blah,
Here
I
you can
know.
access all of your information. You can
Okay.
edit your MyTD. This door gives you access to the garage.
Yep, and now I just want to leave, thank you. Can I open the map now? Yes, I can. Okay, good. So, it's pretty big, this island. And as you can see, like almost the entire roads on the map are now gray, and that is because we haven't explored them yet. So we need to explore the island in order to find stuff like dealerships, upgrade shops. We also need to we will also have to drive to races, or in this case to the race academy or the racing school, I suppose. And yeah, we need to do a lot of exploration over the course of this in order to find everything that we need. So what I like to do is I like to explore in small areas, right? Like for example, we have this little square of a couple of blocks here in our immediate surroundings. So we could just as well explore that. It's not gonna take that long.
To find your way around the island, it is important to use the map.
Oh boy, do you know? I've already used the map before you told me, so thank you for the reminder, I guess, but really need it. And then, as you can see, the roads that we drive on then go
This is a real estate
light
agency
blue.
where you can buy and sell property.
Your destination
And once
is
they
a half a
are
mile away.
once they are light blue, and meaning that they are
You are
explored, we
driving
can
in the
then
wrong
fast
direction.
travel to them.
Turn around when possible.
So we only need to go through every road once.
Turn right. You are driving in the wrong direction. Turn around when possible. You are driving in the wrong direction. Turn around when possible.
Let's do this.
In the external view, you can pan the camera around the exterior of your car.
Left.
Not gonna
At
turn
the
left
next
yet.
intersection,
Turn left
turn
here.
left. Turn left.
Hey, I don't have all day. I'm at the classic driving school. Don't.
You are driving
I
in the
know.
wrong direction. Turn around when possible. Turn right. At the next intersection, turn right.
Okay.
Turn right.
So we've explored most of this now. And we found a real estate agent, so
Turn left.
that's valuable because eventually we're gonna need to buy another house since this
Turn
this
right.
trailer only has 2
When
garage
you have
spots.
committed too many infractions, you risk being pursued by the police.
Yep, the police can also chase you in this game,
At the
so
next intersection, turn right. Turn right.
but you don't often get chased by the police in this game by accident. Like, it takes a lot to really anger
You
them
have
and make
reached
it
your
make them
Racing
chase you.
school will allow you to...
Good, so what we're gonna do here is pick
Hey,
up
are
the
you all
license
set
in
up
order
at
to
home
be
now?
able to compete in the
Why,
C4
look
championship.
Here, Todd. It seems there's a new competitor at Solar Crown. Do you mind doing the introductions?
I'd like to present you Miami Harris. She will be one of your opponents for this competition.
Let's hope you have more talent for racing than you do for dressing. Somebody needs to give you some advice on style. Come see me. I mean, after I finished beating you. Ciao.
Yeah,
A
right.
word to the wise. Watch your back around Miami. She can get really crazy behind the wheel, and she'll do just about anything to make sure she wins a race. Of
So
course,
Miami
before
Harris is
anything
gonna be
else,
our main rival
you've still got to get that
in the
license.
classic championships. So these are the tests we're gonna have to do. And this game doesn't have like you cannot select the
Let's see how you're
difficulty
doing.
of the races, but it's got like an inbuilt difficulty curve. So the first couple of races are gonna be really easy, and then as the game progresses, it's gonna get a lot harder. So obviously this C4 license is gonna be very easy as well.
Congrat.
Now originally TDU 2 had online multiplayer as well, but they shut down the online service a few years ago. So unfortunately that's not a possibility anymore. But I do remember playing it back in the day, and I do have very fond memories of it. But even so, even though now the online multiplayer is no longer a thing, I think even as a single player game this is still a really good game. physics-wise, this doesn't hold a candle to stuff like Forza Horizon or something like that. Or at least Forza Horizon 4, I gotta be specific. The newer Forza games, they have much better physics than this does, but there are plans for them to make a new Test Drive Unlimited. It's gonna be called Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown, and it's supposedly gonna come out in 2021. There's no exact date yet, no confirmed official info on when in 2021. But I thought it's a pretty good idea that in preparation for whenever it does come out, I'm gonna be playing TDU 2 again on this channel. I mean, I haven't played it on this channel yet, but before I made this channel, I think a few years ago, when I made my first ever attempt at anything YouTube, I believe I made 1 or 2 videos on this game, and I remember streaming it once or twice as well, but that was again way before this channel even existed. So all of that is now lost in history, so to speak.
You won't be.
So here, in this event, you see we just discovered the European Cars North, which where we're gonna be able to buy some cars in the future whenever we need them. Yeah. Okay, so wet physics are a thing in this game. Cars drifting around for no reason is also a thing. So here we're just gonna have to overtake these Lancias. Overtake all of them before the finish line and also finish in time. Now this Mustang only has 3 gears, so it's a good thing I didn't choose that over the Lancia, because as you saw there, we were basically at the red line already in 3rd gear and at 109 miles an hour, and I'm convinced the Lancia is faster than that, and the Lotus as well. So So this game also has 3 levels of assistance, of driver aids, if you will. It's got full assistance, it's got sport, which is the default in all the driving school challenges, and then it's got hardcore, which would, you know, be like everything off in the real car. As you can see, these challenges aren't really that difficult, but this is the very first license that we acquire in a driving school, so it's not supposed to be difficult. And after we've done this challenge, we will then be able to use our Lancia and race in the C4 championship. Good, new championship available, C4.
Well done. Well done. This license allows access to new events. A new championship is now accessible. You just need to follow your GPS to get there. Good luck.
Thank you for your advice, Todd.
I think in terms of the graphics of like the human characters, you can definitely tell that this game is not very new. I think there is where it shows its age. But if you look at the cars, for example, if you look at the surroundings, it still looks pretty good, in my opinion at least.
At the next intersection, turn right. Turn right.
Like, look at this. Look at the water, the boats, the sunlight.
This icon represents...
Come on, shake a leg, Miami. Finish up with your makeup. Ready? And action.
Hi, Solar Crown. Welcome to Ibiza for the first Classic Car Championship. Now, I think it's only fair I warn you, there won't be much in the way of competition, unless you're tuning in to find out who comes in second. Behind me, of course.
Yeah,
And
right.
speaking of losers, wait until you see the way they were dressed. So last season. Bring on the fresh meat. I'm in the mood to humiliate someone new.
Right, so as you can see here, we have 6 challenges. So these are different events. Like this here, for example, is a time trial. So we're going from A to B against the clock, not against other players. These ones with the flag are races, so there we race against some AIs, including Miami Harris. This down here is a speed event, so we need to hit a certain target speed and stay above it and acquire points that way. I'm gonna start with a time trial. Not only because I think it's gonna be easiest to start that way, but also because your current standing in the championship affects your starting position in the races. So if you're first overall before the race, then you start in pole position. However, if you do a race as your first event in the championship, you're gonna start last because you've got 0 points. As I said, these first couple of races and championships are going to be very easy. We're already nearly 5 seconds ahead. But just, this is the type of game, and this is why I love TDU and TDU 2, and also, you know, TDU 1. In the same, in this sort of, in this way, is because it allows you to progress at your own rate. Like you can just go through the game, you know, as efficiently as possible, and you know, bang out race after race after race, and be as fast as possible with that. You can do that if you want to, but you can also just drive around and explore, kind of go on a road trip and, you know, explore the environment. Have a good time and just chill a little bit, and it's still gonna be a productive thing to do because you're gonna find new shops, new tuners and everything. So that's the thing that I think is no other game since then has done, and that's why that's part of the reason why I'm so excited for the new game in the series. And another part is that just the simple the attention to detail in everything. Not just graphically speaking, but you know, as I showed you earlier, this is still the only racing game in which you can actually open the top on a convertible car. Also, not many racing games have hairdressers that you can drive to. Well, some other games like Forza Horizon, you can change your hair, but you don't need to physically like go there and get it done and meet the hairdresser with the scissors in her hands and stuff like that. Or the characters, how some of them have their own sort of little stories and they interact with each other. And there's also later on there's gonna be a place where we can get surgery to change our face. Show me another game that has that, another racing game. Right, so now that we won the first two events, we will now be starting from the pole position in this race, so it should be fairly easy as a result. It's going to be a 2.6 mile sprint. Miami Harris is in the pink Mustang over there. And all-wheel drive definitely helps us launch, and since the Lancia is simply the faster car than the Mustang, we're gonna pull away here. The Mustang is pretty much at its limiter right now. We grab another gear and just run away with it. Again, these early races are gonna be easy, but he says as he overshoots the checkpoint. Hey, that's not nice. But I overshot the corner because I was going so fast. That's not a problem that you guys in the Mustangs have. Just look at the scenery. Wherever you go, you can just tell the attention to detail in everything. Like, sure, if you were to actually stop and look, then you can see, okay, the textures here are maybe not quite on par with a more modern game like Forza Horizon 4, but as you're just, you know, going past everything at 100 miles an hour, you don't really see a big difference in like visual quality to a newer Forza game, in my opinion. And I've played Forza Horizon 4. So this time I think we have a circuit race. Yep. It's gonna be 3 laps. And after this we will then get the opportunity to acquire another license and race some different cars. Oh, we found the US muscle tuner. So we would be able to make the Mustang just ever so slightly faster. The upgrades in this game don't actually do that much. So that's something that the new game that supposedly comes out next year should improve upon, and I think it will. Look at the sunset. Dude, like if this game had like VR and, you know, 2020 graphics, it would... I mean, I think it already looks good, but it would be spectacular. Alright, final lap. It's like there's other games where the daytime changes, including Forza Horizon 4, but I don't know, I'm just kind of in love with this game. I've played it a lot when I was younger. And admittedly, for a while, I've also played a ton of Forza Horizon 4. But I don't know, this game just has something that you don't really find in other games. And I'll show you one of those things in a second as well, once we're done with this championship. Okay, good. We finished this race. How many more do we have? I think 2. 40 points, so we've completed 4 events. That means we get... yeah, we've got 2 more. Okay. So 1 more race, and then a speed event, which we're gonna do last. Okay, there's a closed door. Because as you may have noticed by now, you can get different clothes for your character as well. That's not necessarily something that's unique to TDU. Forza Horizon has that too. Oh, come on. I'm gonna restart here. That first traffic sign there shouldn't have completely stopped me like that. Because you can go through most like regular traffic signs. You can go through. You can't go through those lampposts though, and you can't go through any walls or fences the way you can in, say, Forza Horizon 4. Every sort of fence or hedge or wall that looks like it's got some structure is solid, and you can't go through it. See? You can't do that. And that's another thing that older arcade-ish racing games, because let's face it, this doesn't really qualify as a sim racing title by any means. There's something that older arcade-ish racing games have in common, and that is that the impacts you have against like walls, trees, traffic and whatever are much more significant Like, if you hit a car in Forza Horizon 4, for sure it's gonna slow you down, but it's not gonna be dramatic. Here, well, if you hit a car, you're pretty much it's pretty much race over, unless you have such a such a tremendous lead that no matter what happens, you can't be stopped. Okay, here we need to stay above 55.94 miles an hour, and I'm gonna show you. So we're gonna accelerate. Once we hit 55 miles an hour, we're gonna start getting points, as you see on the right-hand corner, and you'll see the faster we go, the faster we gather points. And so the person with the most points, and we've a time limit, and within that time limit we gotta get as many points as we can, and the person with the most points wins, obviously. The only problem we have here is that this road isn't exactly straight. It's nearly straight, but doing 137 miles an hour in an old Lancia. Had to lift there just a little bit. And of course we hit the car just at the very end and get a penalty for that. So if you hit a car, or if you go off-road, you get a penalty. So yeah, we won the championship here. Oh my god, we won it by over 1,000 points. Okay. I mean, as I said, the first couple of races and championships are going to be easy.
Leave me alone, you vultures. Don't you creeps have any dignity?
It looks like Miami has found someone to give her a real challenge, and she's none too happy about it. What an incredible victory!
Alright, awesome. So, what I also wanted to show you is we do have a European car dealer somewhere. Yeah, like right here, right? So we discovered that at some point during this championship. Excuse me? There we go. So we can go there now, okay? And because I said earlier, exploration is a really important part of this game.
When you buy a vehicle, make sure it belongs to the group you need.
Exploration is a really important part of this game that
you can interact
you need
with
to
the
do,
vehicles,
because it...
enter them, open doors and windows, compare data, test drive them, and of course, buy them.
Exploration is really important in this game because it allows you to unlock new car dealerships, new tuners and everything. But especially early on, when you only have, for example, our Lancia, it's not really the fastest car out there, so exploration can take a while. So what you can do, and this is brilliant in this game, is, for example, this roof right here. The 0 to 60 in 3.86 seconds, it can do 195 miles an hour. Oh, this one here is even faster, right? I can just go on a test drive for 2 minutes and use this thing to explore a little bit. And I can do this as many times as I want. Sure, it's gonna become pointless eventually. Once you've gone in all directions you can feasibly go in, starting from the car dealership, but this this is much faster than our Lancia, so we can use this to explore a lot more than we could explore in the Lancia in the same time. Come on. And not only is this good for exploration like this, but I think we're gonna have to go on that highway later on for a mission anyway, so I'm not gonna go there. But we can then use the roads that we just explored, fast travel there in our Lancia or in the car we own, because on a test drive you can't fast travel, and go from there. Where are you going? So that's this. Being able to do this is extremely helpful. Let's take the other one. And let's go another way at this intersection. Oh, some twisty corners coming up in the roof, which is obviously sort of Porsche related, but they built their own cars based on Porsche platforms, but they have their own VIN number and everything, so it's still the same layout as a Porsche, so it's still rear-engined, and therefore these sort of tight corners are a little bit tricky in this, but we're good now. Maybe not. But yeah, there is no way we would have explored this much in the Lancia in 2 minutes. Okay, so this actually leads to some off-road paths, and there is off-roading in this game, and we're gonna be doing it shortly. Right, so we went 2 ways now, and there's 2 more paths to take at that first intersection. What is this? The Roof RT12. Jesus Christ, this is the fastest one of them all. ...220 miles an hour this car can apparently do. I doubt we're gonna do it. I mean, maybe we will, depending on where these roads are gonna lead us, but... Oh, that's off-road? So definitely not gonna take that path. Or this one, okay. That's also off-road. Okay, good. So in that case... I'm still gonna finish this sort of test drive, because there's some areas that... Jesus, why does there have to be so much traffic now? Now that I'm in the fastest car that that dealership has, now you gotta, yeah, now you gotta give me the most amount of traffic ever. And look at how fast this is. Okay, to the right there is an off-road path. We haven't gone this way yet though. And either way, even if we don't find like a dealership or anything like that on these test drives, the exploration still counts towards our exploration level, and that will unlock new parts at tuners, and it's gonna unlock new clothes and everything at clothes merchants. So it's still gonna benefit us in the long run. I'm gonna leave now though.
Here you can test drive and purchase automobiles.
Oh really? Guess what I just did? Okay. What do we have up next as our goal? We have the C4 Championship High. So that is basically the quote-unquote hard mode challenge for the C4 class. But it's so far away. I don't really want to go there now. I should get a call in a minute about a special mission. And that special mission is gonna allow us to progress.
When you meet another player in Free Ride, you can either invite them to an instant challenge or a cooperative game mode. To do this, you only need to flash your headlights.
Hey, I've got a favor to ask.
Oh, it's actually in this direction. I didn't remember where it was gonna be,
Your
but
destination
we're
is
actually going the right way.
1.5 miles away.
But yeah, after these roofs, the launcher feels a little bit slow, doesn't it? It's doing its best though.
Your destination is 1 mile away.
When you meet another player in Free Ride, you can either invite them to an instant challenge or a cooperative game mode. To do this, you only need to flash your headlights.
Turn left.
Oh, I lost my door somehow?
Turn left. You have reached your destination.
This icon represents an event where someone...
Okay, so now we gotta escort her or drive her to the dirt racing school. So there we're gonna pick up our off-road license for the B4 class. And then we can do some off-road races. Come on. Assuming we actually get there, of course. Onto the highway. 100 miles an hour. 110. 120. Really getting close to this thing's top speed again, which apparently was 137. Yep, 137 it is. There's no frim in these sort of challenge missions because it's technically not free ride. It's still an instanced event. Just about made it there. And there we go. Over a minute to spare.
Cool.
Awesome.
Each island of test drive is divided.
So now we can actually go in here and get our first off-road license.
Hey, welcome to the crazy world of dirt. Here, we're not uptight like the guys at the asphalt track. We have fun and enjoy ourselves. But when it comes to competition, it's a jungle. If you want to make your way here, you'll need to fight.
Hello, everybody. Hey, Jane. You want to go for a ride in the mountains?
Ah,
I
yeah,
assure
these
you,
two.
You won't be disappointed.
And if you're a bit scared, we can get cozy.
In your dreams.
Come on, let's go home.
Yep.
You just met the Wilder brothers, the kings of the dirt championships. Okay, let's see what you're worth on the track.
First contact. In a Range Rover. Which is probably gonna be the car I'm gonna buy for this B4 series anyway.
Nothing.
Oh no. Went a little bit too wide. Hit the barrier there, and you're not allowed to do that. And there we go.
There you go.
Yep, that's what I said. Bend. Should still be very easy here. Again, just look at everything here. The fields, the gravel, the trees in the background, the houses. It's beautiful. Clouds. There were birds flying across it a moment ago. I think this game still looks good today in 2020, but in 2011 this was really impressive, you know?
There you go. Drifting.
So we're gonna do some challenges in this V10 TDI Touareg as well, which I don't think VW makes anymore. Okay, there we go. We won it. In the end, we won by like 8 seconds or so.
There you go. You see, it was...
Okay, complex circuit. This is where it could get a little bit more difficult. I don't remember this one exactly, but given that this is still only the second driving license that we need to acquire, can't be that hard. Also, while there are some challenges in racing school that are always in the wet, on others it's, well, depending on whatever the weather is like outside of the event as well. So there is dynamic weather in this game, which I think this was also one of the first games that had that. So you can have it that you start a race in a championship and all of a sudden it starts raining. It can happen. And normally in this sort of time trials, if you go off-road, you get a penalty. But here in the off-road time trials, since you know you're never on the tarmac, typically. There is no penalty for going off the set path, if you will. So you can cut corners here, as long as it's, you know, safe and reasonable to do. And there we go. B4
So that's
championship available.
And there you go. Wasn't sure you were gonna make it, but you managed to succeed in getting this license. Come on, this deserves a photo. Cheese!
Okay, let's leave here. You can also find and collect these.
You have found a wrecked car. Continue driving. Keep your
these
eyes
wrecks.
open, and other surprises may await you once after an accident or after leaving the road. It is possible to return to the road quickly.
Thank you for that. I've already used that function. But what I was gonna say about these wrecks. So there are different types of wrecks, both on Ibiza and on Hawaii. And as you said there, as you saw there for a second, we have 1 out of 10 of these. And once you get all 10,
at the next intersection,
you unlock
right.
the actual car. You get it at the used car dealer.
Turn right.
I think. So what is that? What is that leading me to? Yes, car is north. You really think I want a Hummer? No thanks. Here, I want the Range Rover. So yeah, this is gonna be a bit of a nice long drive, a little road trip, if you will. So how's everyone doing? How's it going? We're gonna be here for a while.
I think you're ready for an even more challenging race.
Thanks, maybe later.
In first-person view, you can pan the camera around your car interior.
And everything you see in this game you can go to. Everything, like these sort of hills over here to the left. Oh, should have been paying attention to the traffic, but like I can simply turn off the highway and go there.
After an accident or after leaving the road, it is possible to return to the road quickly.
I think somewhere in this desert next to the highway there is also a car wreck, but I don't remember where. I'm gonna have to come back to those sort of things later anyway. Probably not today, but just to show you that, you know, at any point, if you feel like, okay, I'm gonna do something different now and try to look what's behind there, for example, you can. Just turn right and go off-road. And a lot of games just don't allow you to do that, you know? And you do get rewarded for it too, because, as I said, somewhere in that desert there is a wrecked car that you can... that obviously if you collect them all you get the actual car. So there is a benefit to doing it too. We still got another 12 miles or so to go. But yeah, if this doesn't show you how vast, how big this freaking map is, I don't know what would, because I mean, Forza Horizon 4, for example, has a reasonably big map, but it doesn't compare to this.
This icon lets you start a speed competition in multiplayer mode.
Hate Warcraft, how's it going? Sorry, but nope. I'm not gonna click on that. Oh, there's a dealership here of some kind. Is this the Asian dealership? Oh, it is. Let's stop by here. Because this has a car that I'm absolutely gonna use later in the A6 championship. Whether or not I can already afford it is the question. I can. Yes. But before I can go to the A6 championship, I'm gonna have to do the A7. And for that, I'm gonna need a separate car, and I only have 2 spaces in my garage, so I can't buy it yet. But do be aware that this is absolutely what I'm gonna go for the A6 championship. Still got nearly 10 miles to go. But again, we're doing some exploration. This is actually productive work. We would have had to do this later anyway. Eventually.
At the next intersection, turn right. Turn right.
There we go, top speed 137. And this really makes me wanna, you know, plan a vacation for sometime in the future and go to Ibiza and try to just do a road trip there. In a rental car, why not? Oh. Bang some cash there. There's a clothes shop.
This icon lets you start a race in multiplayer mode.
There's another car dealer. British cars. Oh yeah.
This icon represents access to a speed trap challenge in multiplayer mode.
And another thing I don't think you get in any other game is underneath our speedo there's the odometer. Shows us how many miles we've done in this car overall. It's just little things like that that add to the immersion, that really makes it feel like it's your car, you know? It's like you're really there and you're owning it. Was that a 2CV? Oh no, that was probably the
2 miles away.
The Volkswagen, the wreck car.
Your destination is 1.5 miles away.
Oh. Right. Bit under 1.5 miles left.
Your destination is 1 mile away.
Yep, 1 more mile. Yep. Jumps like that are extremely dangerous.
Your destination is 1/2 mile away.
Oh, there's another dealership. Oh yeah, that's the dealership that I wanted to go to in the first place. That's where we were going the whole time. Shouldn't be so surprised about that. Okay, so let's buy the Range Rover. Gonna go for the optional 20-inch rims. Gonna go with green. And then in here, do you really want to spend 5 grand on different color interior? I guess I do. Who's this? And this or this? This. I think this one.
Here are the keys to your...
Thank you. So now we don't have a whole lot of money left, $8,000. But that's okay, because now we can go to the B4 championship. Is there anything closer that I could Teleport to... Yeah, okay, there it is. Right here. See, this is where we went earlier with the... on the test drive with the roof, so... Had I not done that test... Oh, there was a rock there. Had I not done that test drive, I would have had to go much further to get to that... championship.
Your destination is a half a mile away.
Hey, what are you doing? The off-road championships don't interest you?
Literally already there. 500 yards, 300 yards.
Woohoo! Here we go! You are now watching Solar Crown. In the realm of the off-road, I am the king.
Yeah,
they
right.
call me Desert Storm. You want to know why? Because the only thing my opponents see of me is a cloud of dust speeding off into the horizon.
Hey, Ryan, tune this starter for me, will ya?
Okay, bro. If you're not scared of getting dirty, you can always try to follow me.
Yeah, let's do the time attacks first.
Does our challenger have what it takes for this new timed event? The moment to prove his worth has finally arrived.
Oh yeah, that was where the roof dealership was. That intersection. Right. Oh man. Just the environment that this game creates. Here at night, for example. With the moon and the stars shining. It's so immersive. Imagine this in VR. And this game... I can't wait for Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown
Does our
to come out.
challenger have what it takes for this new timed event? The moment to prove his worth has finally arrived.
And yeah, like the car gets dirty when you go off-road. So there's a car wash where you can wash your car. All the little things like that that TDU 2 has that make the game so much more, yeah, immersive is the right word, I think. It's not a realistic driving experience or anything like that. So if you want realistic physics, go drive something like, you know, Assetto Corsa or iRacing, whichever one you prefer. Or if you prefer the off-road racing stuff and want realistic or more realistic physics than this, you can go drive something like a Dirt Rally 2 or something like that. But if you want something that has both on-road and off-road and is about more than just racing, it has the whole exploration and the whole, you know, character customization, if you will, element to it. I don't think there's anything else quite like this. Sure, let's do the Eliminator Race. So the Eliminator Race is basically, if you're familiar with the Need for Speed games, it's a lap knockout event. So every lap, last place gets knocked out
with all your favorite
until there's only one
Miami,
player remaining.
The Wilder brothers, Stewart, they're all here, and we're off.
So since there's 8 drivers in this race, we have 7 laps, and each lap last place gets knocked out. Look at the distance here, at the trees, with the little bits of sunrise already, the plane going by. Imagine that in VR, Jesus. Like, this game is so just well designed. And in these slower cars, you do really have some time to appreciate all the details that they've put into this game. I mean, we're doing 120 miles an hour off-road in the Range Rover, so it's not exactly like we're going slowly here, but you know what I mean. Like later on, when you're doing 200 in a Ferrari or in a Bugatti, you're probably better off focusing on the road at that point. Okay, didn't need to shift into second there. Cost me some time, but still I'm 17 seconds ahead, so... This is our 5th lap. Early on the turning there, but it doesn't really matter. So far ahead already. And again, the amazing thing that would really put this onto the next level, especially in VR, is that you can go anywhere. Anything you see in this distance there, you can go there. And that's what sets this apart from other racing games, in my opinion. Even from Forza Horizon, yes, you can go anywhere, well, almost anywhere in Forza Horizon as well, but there's not really much reason to. Here there is, because there is like random stuff. There's like car wrecks that you might find, there's photo scenes that give you money, things like that. I think that's the start and finish line. Yep, so now this is our final lap. If you want to, you can wind the windows down as you're doing all of this just for fun, you know. And it's the little things like that that really make this feel like you're really there. You're really driving this car. You're there and doing things. Let's do a race next. This is gonna only be 2.2 miles, so it's gonna be a much shorter race than the lap knockout that we just did.
And we're off for a new competition of Solar Crown. Good luck to all of you, and I'll see you at the finish line.
And then as you enter this, or drive past this little village here, it looks alive, you know. Okay, there's no people there, but you can see different like storefronts, everything is lit up. And as the sun is rising, the vision gets better, so you have a clearer idea of where you're going. So you can be a bit more brave with the corner cuts and everything, because you can see the rocks that might be there at the apex if you cut. I vividly remember now why, when I played this game when I was younger, I remember why I never wanted to stop playing it, because it's just so... It completely takes you in, and it draws you into its world and makes you feel like you're really there.
The Solar Crown is now in full swing. Suspense is at an all-time high. Who will win this race?
Because, I mean, for example, let's take the example Forza Horizon 4 again. Okay, it's good. It's got great graphics, but you just know it's a fictional island. It's someplace they made up, someplace they created out of their own, you know, fantasy. This, however, is Ibiza. It's modeled after the real island. I cannot even begin to imagine how long that must have taken to implement. And then again, there's a second island as well, it's Hawaii, which is an even larger island than Ibiza, so that took even longer, and I can absolutely understand why it's taken so long for them to come up with another game in the series, which is gonna have updated graphics as well, so they had to do the whole thing over again. Oh. Alright, 120 miles an hour here. Big drift. Again, the driving physics of this game aren't exactly that fantastic, and the handbrake doesn't seem to do a whole lot, but you know, it's an arcade-ish game, so. And the driving physics is one of the two things that I think really show this game's age. And the other, as I mentioned earlier, is the texture quality on the like human characters. Are you gonna give me that checkpoint finally? Thank you. Okay, we're fine. Still in the lead. But yeah, the driving physics and the texture quality on the humans in this game are the two things that show this game's age. But other than that, the environment and the cars. Look at that sunrise there. The environments and the cars, I think they still look very good today. Okay, we're at 50 points. There's gonna be one more event right here. It's gonna be a time trial, so we should be good. Though I think if this is the one that I think it is, then
Does
it's
our
gonna be
challenger
pretty,
have what it takes for
pretty
this new
tough track.
timed event? The moment to prove his worth has finally arrived.
Be a pretty tough course. Are the windows still down? They are. Put them back up. See, this is... You don't get that in any other game. Like, they could have also just made it where, you know, if you put your roof up in the convertible, if you wind the windows down and then you start the next race, it resets back to everything being closed, right? They could have done that, but they didn't, because you just opened your windows and then you finished your race and then you start the next one. Why would they put the windows back up? You wanted them to be down, you know? I like that thinking. Lots of blind corners on this particular course, so I'm gonna have to focus. Even the dirt surface here in this game looks better than I've seen in a lot of rally games that came later, or better than in Forza Horizon 4. Like, it's... Okay, we can finally put our foot down here. Didn't even check the split time. I know it was green, but I don't know by how much. Okay, we're 13 seconds ahead. No worries then. Good, so now we completed this, we've unlocked the B4 High Championship.
It's your fault! What? You drive like a moron! Hey, don't insult me!
It's...
Okay. Yeah. Right. So, So we've got the C4 High Championship here. And then the B4 High is up here. I think I want to do this first. Because it's... for the GPS target. Oh no, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to also fast travel to somewhere close, like here for example. And then we're gonna do that in the launch shot.
Your destination is 1.5 miles away. Turn right.
Because after that and after the B4 challenge, then I'm gonna have to buy another house. Which at that point I should also be able to afford rather easily.
Your destination is 1 mile away. Your destination is a half a mile away. You have reached your destination.
Good.
Well, it's whenever you want, Miami. It's recording.
Well, there's no point in obsessing over this defeat. Minor setback. Trivial in the long run. Big news is that my new clothing line, Be Miami, is coming soon. Oh, Daddy will be so proud of me.
Yeah, right.
Ciao, everybody.
At least someone's
I'm
gonna
off
be
to
proud
do
of
some
you.
shopping.
Okay. Let's go to a time trial. Obviously we're gonna have to change the car to the Lancia again, which thankfully we can do right here. Don't need to go to the garage to do that.
Does our challenger have what it takes for this new timed event? The moment to prove his worth has finally arrived.
Good. Already closing in on this thing's top speed again. Let's take this with a bit of a lift. Yeah, couldn't take it flat. Oh. There's a penalty right there for going off-road. So this obviously also penalizes like corner cutting. Very close to losing the car there. Clean through there. Awesome. Flat out through the finish line. And we won it by like 17 seconds or so. 16. Awesome. Not that it really matters by how much you win these time trials, it just matters you come first, but still. And that was the only time trial, so we have 4 races. Let's do the first of them. Obviously, the roads that you drive on during these races also count towards your exploration.
I wonder if anyone will be able to
So,
compete with me today. I'm
that
feeling
helps
in
out.
top form.
That helps out. You're feeling in top form. I mean, you did come second, but just look at that car. Poor Mustang. Alright, basically 6 seconds ahead, so no problems here. We're fine. Got all-wheel drive. So if I remember correctly, the Subaru is 35 grand. So if we win this championship and then the B4 high as well, am I gonna have enough money to buy a house and a Subaru and an A7 car? Probably. I would hope so, at least. I could have actually gone through there a little bit faster in third gear. Underestimated the capabilities of this launcher. But yeah, easy win once again. All right. And on to the next race.
The engines are heating up on the starting line. The final moments of anticipation before this epic confrontation begins. What surprises will Solar Crown give us this time?
Well, whatever surprises it's gonna give us is gonna be from second place backwards. His first place is gonna get it's gonna have no surprises. Come on, please. Still ahead. might be saying this game is too easy, and I would probably agree for these early championships, but later on, let me tell you, the difficulty curves really ramps up. It's like I can't even see second place on the map anymore, and I've made a terrible mistake earlier. I'm 8 seconds clear. I shouldn't be this far ahead. Okay, and there's a yes car dealer. Okay, awesome. It's just too bad that I probably won't be picking up a car from there. At least not anytime soon. Right, on to the next race.
The engines are heating up on the starting line. The final moments of anticipation before this epic confrontation begins. What surprises will Solar Crown give us this time?
Oh, and there's the US car self dealer. So, the last race finished at US Cars North, and this one started at US Cars South. Okay, with first lap done. Bit over 5 seconds ahead. Just in third gear there, but definitely taking second for this one. I love this launch shot, by the way. Okay, you can't even destroy that park bench. That's maybe a little bit unrealistic, but hey, you want a more realistic game. Go play something else. Ouch. But we're good. Thankfully we didn't hit it like head on. And across the line. Next up we have another race, and then we have a speed trap race, which I'm gonna explain how exactly that works once we get to it.
Live from the starting line for a new challenge of Solar Crown. Who will win today? The bets are on.
This is another point-to-point race, another lap race. Careful with that little chicane there. And we're through. Even the attention to detail on the harbor there is just... Alright, there we go. First place, no surprises there. And let's go to the speed trap event. So I'm at $105,000 now. I'm gonna get 2,500 for this, and then 65 grand for winning the overall thing. So I'm gonna be at about 170-ish. Bit over $170,000 afterwards. And then I'm gonna do the B4 High Championship as well.
Solar Crown with all your favorite drivers. Miami, the Wilder brothers, Stewart, they're all here. And we're off.
So we have in this case, 5 speed traps set up on along this course, and they're gonna measure your speed at each of these speed traps, and then at the end they're gonna get averaged out, and whoever has the highest average across the speed traps is gonna win. You can go through some speed traps several times as you have a pretty generous time limit. So, which is why I'm going straight back for number 4 here. Please don't hit me. Thank you. I'm gonna go for a number 3 and then take a run up for a number 2. So I'm gonna go like left here. Oh, Italian classics are available there. Awesome. Now I'm gonna take a run up for a number 2 here. There we go. Still got 50 seconds to spare, so why not take a run up as these guys do for camera number speed camera number 1. I think this should be enough. Yep, gonna cross that at over 100 miles an hour. And that was that. $99.4 versus 80.2 in second place. Okay, sure.
It's
all right.
official. Solar Crown has given us a great new champion.
So,
It's Miami. You got lucky in the last championship, and now I bet you think you're special. Well,
You are driving in the wrong direction. Turn around when
well, I'm
possible.
not gonna do the pink slip race yet. Because before that, remember, I need to make some money. And then buy a house so I can actually have space for her car. Because at the moment I don't. There's B4 at B4 high. Have I explored anything that's even remotely close? Have I explored this? No. Oh, man. Well, I mean, I guess I can buy a house already and then just do that stuff later. There's the real estate agent. Go there.
You are able to move freely around all of the interiors. In each shop, you will find a salesperson who will give you access
Let's
to
look
the
at some
menus.
houses. This is the one I already have, the caravan. So this is Fontanella's house. This is a very similar one, with also just 2 spaces. And then I can't afford that, but this has 4 spaces. Let's buy this one.
You won't regret it.
Alright, thank you. And then what else you can do in this game that, well, apart from simply buying the house in the first place and walking around it like this, what else you can do is, for example, you can go here. No? Can you not change the furniture? Well, you could.
To
Oh, yeah, there we
redecorate
go.
your interior, it's very simple. You just need to walk around and select the interactive
Say I don't want a
elements.
green sofa.
You can
I
modify
want...
the floors, the walls, the furniture, and your own pictures on the walls.
I want this, or I want this, or I want that. Doesn't matter, right? I don't want to spend 25 grand for a sofa though. Doesn't strike me as the best investment here. I want this in beige, yeah. And let's say I want different paint. I can do that too. Red paint, sure, why not? We can have different floor as well. So this is what it was before. I think I'm gonna leave the floor actually. We can change the chair as well. Not each individual one, but you know, let's not be ridiculous. Yeah, that for example. Good. So, and this is another thing, right? That you don't see in any other game, really. Yeah, and this again, this really adds to the immersion factor. It draws you in, and like you can make your house yours, you know. There's even a bed here. You can't sleep in this game, but you know.
If you want to go back to the free ride session, it's this way.
What was the other thing here? My TDU Life, what is that?
Your My TDU Life profile
yeah,
is composed of two parts. On the left, you can find everything concerning your progression. On your right, you can find the editable section. You can personalize your mood and choose which info you wish to display. You can also edit this information on the test drive website.
I'm gonna drive to the race here. I'm just gonna... Should already be able to go there. No? Well, then it's gonna be very close. Like right here. Let's unlock this part of the road. I need to go a little bit further to fully
turn right.
Explore it, but
You have reached your destination.
Okay.
How the
Let's get
hell
ourselves
did you...
a ruined Mustang real quick. Which we can then sell. Bye bye Mustang. Bye bye Miami. Oh no. This is what I said earlier. Everything, all the sort of bushes on the side, all the fences, and obviously all the walls are solid. You can't go through any of that. Even through the bushes, which is a little... It's just a little weird, but... That little hedge, in real life you can simply just drive straight through there. Sure, your car would get scratched or dented, but nothing major, right? There is physical sort of cosmetic damage in this game, but there's no mechanical damage.
Don't worry, Mikhail. We'll buy another one.
Okay, awesome. So, now... here would be the racing school for A7 and A6, which I'm gonna do next time, aka on Thursday. Before I end this today though, I'm gonna buy this Subaru. Gold rims obviously and blue paints as you do with a WRX. And then the last thing I'm gonna do for today is I'm also gonna buy hang on. I haven't unlocked the Italian dealership yet. Haven't found it yet. Well, one is like in this area right here where I got my mouse, somewhere here. But don't really want to go looking for it right now. Okay, so we'll do that next time. US muscle tuner. But what I'm also gonna do is come back in here. And sell a car, if I can. Cannot sell a car? No? I can't sell a car. At least not here. I think I need to go home. Which thankfully we have 2 homes now. Okay, there's only 2 cars here. A Charger and a Viper. Okay. we need to go to the garage, which is here.
In the garage, you can admire your cars and
See,
interact with them in the same way
I
as in a car
disagree
dealer. In each garage, you will find a
that
display board
that
to
you can only
access the
put 2
menu.
cars here. Like, see, this one's occupying 1 parking spot. There's another here. There's another here. There's another right there and another right there, and then another right there. So you can fit like what, 6 cars in here if you want to leave this open area open for maneuvering. But whatever. I can't sell the car here. Right.
This display board will allow you to consult the list of all your cars.
No, I don't want to take it for a spin. I want to sell it. Okay, well, guess I can only sell a car if I run out of garage space and then buy another one. But either way, guys, thanks for tuning in, thanks for watching. I'm gonna call it a day for now. And next stream, which is gonna be on Thursday, I'm gonna be driving the Subaru among other cars. I'm gonna do the... Wait, hang on, isn't the Italian dealer right here? On this very road? I think it is. Pretty sure it is. Like, this way just a little bit further, past the intersection. On the left. Yeah, it's right there. Anyways, let's do this real quick. Italian cars. Unfortunately, I can't afford to buy any of these yet. But I can afford, well, not even the Brera. This is 45 grand. Stupid. This, however, 28 grand for the Mito. You know, look at that. I'm gonna buy this. I'm gonna get, sure, the bigger rims, and I'm gonna buy it in yellow, and then yeah, black. Yes, I'm gonna sell a car. Wait, hang on. I can't sell Miami Harris's Ford Mustang? Really? Why can I not sell? That's annoying. I'm in the Subaru right now. Let's see. There is the Mustang in the garage right now. Do I need to drive it? Then come there. Let's go into the garage. And drive. Yes. Here's what we can afford. This and then this and this. Yes. Still can't sell the damn car. Is it a necessity for me to have driven it? You know, to be able to sell it? I don't know. Again this, and then yellow, and this, sell. I still can't sell it. Can I only sell it with the used car dealer, maybe? Where's that guy? Here, right? Yeah. Yeah. Vehicle list. I can't sell my car here either. Or can I? But this is a used car. Like sometimes the used cars have damage. This one doesn't. I can't sell the goddamn Mustang.
This car dealer specializes in used cars. It's also the place where you can recover the bonus cars you've won.
Why can I not sell this damn car? Taking up space that I desperately need for an A7 car. Anyway, I'm gonna come back to this next time, which is gonna be on Thursday, 7 p.m. Central European Standard Time. Hope to see you there once again, and I hope you enjoyed today's stream. If you did, make sure to follow if you are not following already, and I hope to see you again on Thursday. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.